our next speaker, Dr. Nishal. He is well-known endocrinologist practicing at Surat. His topic for today's research review meet is effect of anti-inflammatory therapy on major cardiovascular events in patients with diabetes. A meta-analysis which is presented by Dr. Nishal. Yes, Dr. Nishal, you can share your slides and go for it.
Thank you, Dr. Vishal and Swasthya Diabetic Care team, Dr. Yash Patel and Dr. Urman for inviting me for this wonderful talk. So my topic for today's MDR is effect of anti-inflammatory therapy on major cardiovascular events in patient with diabetes. It's a meta-analysis. This research has been done in Argentina. So the citation of this is by Walter Mason, Martin Lobo, Leandro Barbagallacha, Augusto Lavella Cobo, and Garcia Molinero. So introduction is, in patient with coronary artery disease, anti-inflammatory drugs have been shown to be effective in reducing cardiovascular events. The effect of this intervention in the population with type 2 diabetes mellitus is poorly explored. And the main objective of this study was to evaluate the effect of anti-inflammatory therapy on incidence of major cardiovascular event in patient with type 2 diabetes. So the analysis is, the method was a meta-analysis was done on a randomized studies that evaluated the use of anti-inflammatory therapy in patient with type 2 diabetes, and reported MACE was performed. And after searching PubMed, Medline and other databases, a total 5 studies evaluating the use of anti-inflammatory therapy was selected for the quantitative analysis, and 4 studies evaluating colchicine and one of them using canakinumab. In total, more than 4,500 patients were selected and considered for primary endpoint analysis, with 2,075 patients in the anti-inflammatory therapy arm and 2,490 in placebo or control arm. Mean follow-up range was from 12 to 44 months. So the opinions are, this meta-analysis demonstrated that the use of anti-inflammatory therapy in patient with type 2 diabetes was associated with reduced risk of MACE compared to placebo. The meta-analysis suggested that the inflammation plays a crucial intermediate role in pathogenesis of type 2 diabetes, leading to consider it as a low-grade inflammatory disease. Inflammation is also associated with development of cardiovascular complication. Even more respect to considering the anti-diabetic treatment like GLP-1 analog receptors have shown anti-inflammatory effects being one of the mechanism proposed to explain cardiovascular event reduction reported in cardiovascular outcome trials. So the conclusion of this analysis was, this meta-analysis demonstrated that the use of anti-inflammatory therapy in patients with type 2 diabetes and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease was associated with reduced risk of major adverse cardiac event. Despite advances in treating traditional risk factor, type 2 diabetes itself, incidence of myocardial infarction, stroke and cardiovascular mortality remains high. And the result of this study would considering an inflammatory pathway as a potential therapeutic target in patient with type 2 diabetes. So the reference are this. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nishal. Once again, another paper which may open up a really absolutely new direction. I can recollect when we were studying, I think Dr. Mayur was also there at that time. He's a couple of years senior to me. Ibuprofen in cardiovascular disease, in fact, ibuprofen in myocardial infarction, was a study that was launched in 1987 with excellent results, although it then did not go ahead. But later on, we come to know that in cases of coronary artery disease or atherosclerotic heart disease, inflammation plays a major role. Even a couple of viruses were also suggested. So from that idea, this second idea was launched, and it all started with CANTOS study, which was done for canakinumab, which is which is a monoclonal antibody directed against IL-1B. And without reducing lipids, it reduced cardiovascular events. So from that, the idea floated that if we use anti-inflammatory drug, that may probably reduce the cardiovascular events in diabetes. Because despite all our efforts, there is definite residual risk. We are reducing lipids, we are controlling blood pressure, we are controlling glycemia, and still the heart attacks do not come down, or atherosclerotic disease do not reach zero. So this is really one very important article. And remember, it is not always RCTs that play major role in changing the clinical workup. Most of the time, it is meta-analysis which ultimately come to our help in changing the guidelines. So probably, to me, colchicine and these monoclonal antibodies may come out with very favorite heroes in reducing cardiovascular mortality in diabetics. So a very nice study to begin with, and a nice paper very nicely presented by Dr. Nishchal. Any questions or feedback or experience or suggestions from anyone?
Sir, you rightly mentioned regarding the role of ibuprofen, but now like what the patients are thinking, these drugs are actually a painkiller. They are not taking as an anti-inflammatory drug.
Agreed.
And so the timing and the duration of these drugs in a diabetic patient or a cardiovascular patient is always a question how we can give this.
Good morning,
In
sir.
fact,
This is Dr. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
This is Dr. Shushir Patel. Just want to know your experience and comments about the role of hydroxychloroquine as an anti-inflammatory drug used for the long term in type 2 diabetes management.
Yeah, HCQS as an anti-inflammatory drug, it has been used in rheumatoid arthritis simultaneously with type 2 diabetes for a prolonged period. Whenever it is used along with in coexisting rheumatoid arthritis, we have seen reduction in HbA1c. But we still do not know, because there are 3 pathophysiologies which has been ascribed to the reduction of HbA1c. And we do not know really it is anti-inflammatory effect or its effect on inflammasome. That the word that was used in this article was inflammasomes, that is high density proteins. So we are not sure HCQS really reduces HbA1c or glycemic control is improved because of inflammation. However, HCQS has failed to show the reduction in MES when used in type 2 diabetes, and therefore at least it is not at present beneficial as far as cardiovascular events are concerned, like colchicine or like the CANTOS trial. Dr. Nishchal can also throw some lights if he wants to.
Sir, I just want to add that HCQ being used as an anti-inflammatory, there has been trial in which it has shown that it reduces the insulin resistance in type 2 diabetic obese patient. So when pioglitazone is contraindicated in some patient, at that time the use of HCQ, and even in patient with comorbidities like rheumatoid arthritis or elderly arthritis, the use of HCQ is very very promising.
Thank you, Dr. Nishchal. Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So do we have any other comments or questions for this